Today, we're talking about the film Lady Bird. First, I'm going to look at the screenplay. Second, the cinematography. Third, I'm going to take the things that I noticed and apply it to a scene of my own. And fourth, I'm going to show you guys how I did it. This screenplay gives us an excellent understanding of the roller coaster that is in some way reminiscent of each audience member's coming-of-age story. It's this relatability that helps us empathize with the characters. It also emphasizes the profound moments by contrasting them with the small, petty scenes that surround them. Take a look at these two examples. Notice how the first scene is made all the more profound by the scene that follows it.
Well, you can't be scary and warm.
I think you can. Your mom is.
You're gay.
Can you not tell anyone, please? I'm so sorry about everything. I'm so ashamed of all of it. It's going to be bad, and I just need a little bit of time to figure out how I'm going to tell my mom and dad and...
Don't worry. Davis?
Davis is good. Maybe you should have looked at it.
It's only half an hour away. Less if you're driving fast.
I went to graduate school there.
Lots of smart people go to Davis.
I thought Berkeley had to accept me. You and Miguel went there. I'm a legacy.
Not if we don't give money.
And you get bad grades.
What do you know about it?
Meaning?
Nothing.
Third, this screenplay is an excellent example of show rather than tell. The cinematography of this film was meant to feel like a series of photographs capturing memories from a girl's childhood. Take a screen grab from nearly anywhere in the film and it could go right in your photo album. This film had a very simple style of cinematography, and I think it fit very well with the story. The story was about real life, and the cinematography felt like it. The whole film was shot on a tripod and dolly, with one handheld shot and no Steadicam, which I think is pretty interesting for a film shot in the 21st century when there's so much big cinematic movement. Also to note, the focal lengths all seemed very normal. There wasn't anything extremely wide or extremely telephoto. This gave the film a really human feel. Now, think about what this movie might have looked like if Michael Bay had directed it.
I'm not going to punish you.
Oh, why not?
It was funny. Sister Gina and I drove all the way home before we noticed people were honking.
Really?
To be fair, I wasn't just married to Jesus. It's been 40 years.
Well, he's a lucky guy.
So, after looking at the film, here's my take on the style of Lady Bird.
Hey, how's it going? What you doing? You're so annoying.
What do you want?
I just want to talk to you.
What do you want?
I just want to talk to you.
You don't ever just want to talk. What do you want?
You never talk to me. All I want is for us to communicate. The only communicating you do is between you and your cereal.
Yeah, it's seriously good.
You know what? I'm done. Have fun with your cereal. Oh, wait. It's mine now.
I paid for that. So with this shot, I basically wanted to see how well I could replicate the dynamic range. Basically, I had a few options to pull this off. Number one, I could have raised the ambient light in the room to match that of the outdoors. With my prosumer lights and the high ceilings, this wasn't really an option. Second, I could have decreased the light from the window. I could have done this with sheets of ND. Now, I didn't have it in hand, but we've used this in the past on other productions, and it's been pretty effective. My guess on how they did this on set was by pushing some extra light into the ceiling and then adding flags in the foreground to keep the light off the actors. My impromptu solution was cutting the light slightly with the shears and then allowing the window to be overexposed by a stop or two. Afterwards, I realized I could have taken the exposure down on all 3 shots because the foreground in the original scene is actually pretty dark. Second, I wanted to duplicate how a lot of the dialogue scenes were shot in this film. First, a wide 50-50, and then 2 over-the-shoulder shots. Third was the color grade. Here's the shot before any color grading. First, I took a still from the movie scene, and then I dropped it into my timeline. In the color panel, I went down to the color wheels and match tab. I clicked on comparison view, and then set the comparison to the frame from the video I wanted to match. Next, I clicked apply match and waited for it to analyze. Make any adjustments you want from there. Finally, I jumped over to the effects window and added the effect noise at 3% strength to make the footage look like it could have been shot on film, and that's it. It's surrealistically good. Try saying that with a straight face. It's surrealistically good. Yeah, it's surrealistic. Yeah. It's seriously good.